I'm Ramya. I'm having around 8+ years of experience in automation testing, that too especially with the Tosca automation tool. And yeah, I'm teaching multiple people, various people from all over the world, from past 1.5 years on the same automation tool, that is Tosca. And I usually teach through different mediums. Most of it would be through online. Currently, our course, whichever you all are going to sign up for, is going to be an online course via Zoom. Yeah. And coming to Tricentis Tosca, which we are going to discuss right now, this is one of the automation tools. We have different automation tools in the market right now. So first, if you don't know what is automation testing, also like most of you people must be aware what testing means, right? Testing is nothing but whatever product. It could be a software product, or it could be some desktop application or mobile application, whatever be it is, whatever be the product, you just test it whether it has been designed as per the requirement or not. That is what we usually do in testing. So when we are doing this testing, we usually follow certain rules and regulations so that everybody stick to the same thing and everybody is abiding by the rules and stuff. So we have different terms and all for this. So when we are doing this testing manually, we call it as manual testing. Whereas if you are using some computer, okay, that means you are running your test cases without human intervention. Like when I'm not there at my computer, or when I'm not doing, my computer is automatically going to that particular application and opening that application and testing whether that functionality is working or not. Then it's an automation testing. That's all. So when we say automation testing, this can be done using different technologies. You can see you can use Selenium. You can with Selenium you can use Java, C Sharp. Okay, at the same way you can use some QTP, or else you can use UFT. In the same way you have Tricentis Tosca. Then what makes the difference? What brings you all to Tricentis Tosca is the main important features of Tosca that we have. That is nothing but this is code free. You need not run, you need not learn any coding language. That is like Java, C Sharp and all. You need not learn anything. This has got the best GUI, that is user interface, which is easily understandable. When I say user interface, you are most of us will be using Facebook, Instagram, and all these applications, right? In the same way, Toska has also got Toska Commander. This is the Toska Commander application. Once you install it, this is how it looks like. So this is how the screens, like you can easily understand what you are doing among these different sections of Tosca once you get used to it. So it is you need not write anything under. You just navigate through these sections and manage your stuff. And along, not only for the web application testing, you can also use it for mobile applications. You can use it for API testing. You can use it for database testing. You can also use it for Salesforce, SAP applications. There are lots. Okay. But even though if you're working on SAP or Salesforce, whatever it is, first you have to know the basic automation testing, how you do using Tosca. That is the basic web application testing is the foundation for all of this. Whatever be, like if you want to work on SAP applications or if you want to work on Salesforce, first you need to know the basic web application testing. Only then on top of it, you need to learn certain modules in addition to it. That is what we do. So irrespective of the technology of the application, we can use Tosca for automation. Okay, now we know that it is code free and it has got a GUI, that is Tosca Commander application on our computer, which we use to automate. It is one more thing we have to remember is this is not an open source one. This is a licensed tool. When I say licensed, again, for our practice purpose during the entire sessions, or whenever you want to practice, usually we request the license from official Tricentis Toska portal and get our trial license for the practice purpose in our computers. So once you get the trial license, you can renew it again. Like you max to max, you can get it for a period of 8 weeks. So once like for 4 weeks, and again you can renew it for 8 weeks. And once this is done, again you have to again create it, use a different email ID, and you have to again request for the trial license. So this entire procedure, like how do we request the license and how do we get the renewal and all this stuff will be taught during your classes. Okay. Along with the license, there is also an important thing which we usually come across. Whenever we approach somebody and we say like who is already into testing, say like you say, I'm learning Tosca. So usually they ask you for certifications. So what are these certifications is, this is nothing but a certificate. Tricentis Tosca team, like that official Tricentis portal will conduct you an exam, and once you clear the exam, as per your score, they will give you a certificate that this person has gained this particular certification. As part of the course that we cover in our current batch, like whatever we are going to learn as per our batch, we can almost write 7 to 8 certification examinations. So we will be helping you with that, and they will not have any expiry date. They just have the date at which you have attempted the exam, and they are totally free of cost. You need not pay anything for them. And you can do it in the support portal. Okay. So now let's see a simple test case and let's automate it using Tosca. So before we start with a simple test case, I took a sample website. This is also given by Tricentis people only. That is demowebshop.tricentis.com. I'm just pinging you the URL of this website in your chat window. Yeah. So this is a sample website where you can test all the functionalities under. For suppose, say like we are in a company and we are working on testing this particular demo web shop application. So you can test different functionalities in it, such as you can test user registration functionality, whether a user is able to register or not, if the user is not providing valid details and all, whether they are getting proper error messages or not. Similarly, you can test login functionality, whether they are able to log in with current credentials. If they are providing incorrect credentials, they should get some error messages. Say like if I don't provide anything and if I say login, see, I got an error message. Whether this error message is coming in a proper way or not, does it make sense? Similarly, where they are able to place an order, whether they are able to add an item to the wish list. So there are so many functionalities that you can test in this particular website. Now let's take a sample test case. User registration test case, the basic test case you can see. So whenever I say that I want to test the user registration functionality of the demo web shop, so usually there are certain test steps for my test case. Say like my first test step would be like opening this particular demo web shop application. And then I need to click on the particular register button. So click on register. And then I need to fill the form, fill the user registration form, you can say. And finally, after filling the form and clicking on the register button over here, you will get a success message usually. So you need to validate the particular success message. Say like this is the test case that you want to verify. And finally, you need to close the browser. So these are the steps that are part of my test case. Now let's automate the same using Tosca and see how easy it is to work with. Before we start working with Tosca, this is a web page. Every web page will have a DOM structure. So what is this DOM structure? Why do we need it is, if you right click on your web page and you say inspect, it can be any web page. You will see a DOM structure over here. This is nothing but the HTML structure you can see. This tells you what are the different elements that are present in the web page. When I say elements, some people call them as elements, some people call them as objects and all. So these elements are nothing but what are the objects that you can see on this web page. For suppose if you take the current web page, whatever we are in, we can see lots of buttons on it. We can see hyperlinks. We can see some text boxes. We can see some drop downs. We can see some images which are scrolling through. We can see some radio buttons right here. See, these are the buttons. These are radio buttons. These are the text boxes. And these are the labels. So you have lots of elements on this particular web page. So among these elements, some elements are visible to you. That means, see, first suppose here, if you take this register, if you right click and say inspect, see here in this area, what are you able to see? We can see only register, login, shopping cart, wish list in this area. But if you look into this DOM structure, see, this says some div, some UL, some li. There are different tags that are present in it. So these are the invisible controls. So we will have lots of invisible controls and visible controls in a web page. And coming to the register control itself, if you look at in this particular register control in the DOM structure, you can see that it has different properties. For suppose when I say properties, properties are nothing but which defines that particular control. For suppose if you take a car, when you say car, it is like a generalized one. Same when I say an element, it is like a generalized one. When I say button, it is a generalized one. But the properties of your car, say like your car has some license plate number so and so, or else your car belongs to so and so model and it belongs to so and so company, and it has it looks in this particular color, the color of my car, and this is how the appearance of my car is going to be. It's a coupe model or it's a sedan, something like that. These are the different features or these are the different properties of your car. In the same way, for this particular register button also, we have some properties here. These are nothing but, see here, they gave you in the equal to form. Href is one of the property and this is the value of the href property. Class is one of the property and this is the value of the class property, ICO-register. And there is some text here. This is called as inner text. So this is the inner text value. In this way, there are some properties. These properties exist for all the controls, not only for register. For suppose if I go and right click on this radio button and say inspect, see poll answers 1. This is the ID property value. Type radio, name poll answers 1, value 1. Some properties are present for this control. And who declares these properties? Your developers will do it. You need not worry about it. Okay. I will tell you why I got to this properties. Now, let's open Tosca and then let's try to work on it. So whenever we want to automate something using Tosca, or not only with Tosca, whenever we want to automate something, there are mainly two phases in the automation. One is the identification phase. Especially with the Tosca, this is the main important thing. And second one is the operation phase. So what is this identification phase and what is this operation phase? First suppose, say like this is the web page. I want to click on this button. So when I am doing this, first, when I say I want to click on register button, what am I doing? For suppose, say like you are new to this entire web page. When I say go and click on register, what do? First, you go and search for the register button. Once you locate the register button, then you will click on it. So whatever you are doing, like where the searching, whatever you do, right, that is called as the identification phase. Clicking on the button, that is the operation phase. Similarly, when you ask Tosca also to go and click on some button, if I want Tosca to go and click on subscribe button, first Tosca also should identify my subscribe button. So this identification phase is usually done in the modules section of Tosca. So what do we do in this module section? There are different sections of Tosca. You will learn about these in detail during your class. I'm just taking it fast now. Okay. I just want to show you one test case as a sample. Yeah. So what do we do here is simply right click on this module section. First, let's create a folder. So there is a folder icon. If you mouse over, you can see the shortcut as well. Control and Control F is the shortcut. So I just named it as demo. And now I will right click on my demo, say scan, say application. This is the procedure how we usually create modules. Modules are nothing but which help us to identify the elements. So once you start scanning the application, you will get an XScan window where the list of applications that are open on your computer will be listed. Right now, I have Zoom meeting, which is happening right now. So the meeting controls, Zoom application, Toska Commander application. I have a notepad open and I have your demo web shop Google Chrome application open. So these are the different applications that are listed over here. Now, among this, what is the application I want to work on? I want to work on demo web shop. So I just double click on it. Either double click on it or else select and click on the scan button. Anything it works similar way. Okay. And once you start scanning, this will take a while. Sometimes I get this error. This is because of my computer. Don't mind. Usually when we get such errors, the only thing that we need to do is we just open our task manager, go to this services, search for the Tosca service. I started this Tosca automation service. Yes, I got it. And just right click, restart. It stopped and it is running. Again, right click, restart. I just do it for 2 times. Yeah, that's all. And I'll try to scan it one more time. So I'll just quickly go shift scan. Okay. I'm sorry. Just give me one moment. Yeah. So finally our problem with the service has been resolved. Yeah. So now once we start scanning the application, this is how we end up with. So this is called as the XScan window. So what we do here in this XScan window is simply we just select the controls whichever you want to operate on. For example, in this screen right now, I want to click on register button, correct? So that means I want to operate on this button. So I just select this control. Simply say select on screen, go to this control, click on it. So this comes here. That's all. Click on select on screen once again. So to disable it and you are done. So this is the register button. And if you see here, this is something called as properties. In this properties, last time we observed that this register button has got some properties when we are inspecting that particular element in the DOM structure. Those properties will be listed out right here, and Tosca selects those properties for you. See, for example, if you remember last time when we are checking that particular register button, it has a class name of ICO-register. It has an href property of this value. Similarly, it has an register as its inner text. Similarly, it has got tag property with the value A. So all those properties came up over here for you. So you need not manually do anything. You need not go to DOM structure. You need not look for properties. You need not do all that. All you do is just open your application, go to Tosca module section, start scanning that particular application, select that particular control. I did not do anything. And now I am done. I'll simply say finish and then close. I'm done. Now I'll get a module inside my folder. See, this is the module. This orange icon is called as the module. And whatever register control, whatever you have selected in your XScan window, that will appear over here. These are called as attributes. I'll just write it over here for you. Yeah. So this orange icon is called as the module, and whatever controls are present, those are called as attributes. And now these properties can be seen in this screen as well. Inner text, tag, those properties, whatever you have selected in the XScan window, those properties will come up here. Similarly, let's try to scan more controls. Say like, let's try to scan this particular form controls, whatever we have. So all we need to do is do a right click, scan application, and then select our application from the list of applications that the XScan window shows. So this is our application. Simply just put it to this corner so that it is convenient for us. Say select on screen. These two radio buttons, first name, last name, email, password, confirm password, register button. Again, select on screen. See, all the controls came up. Simply say finish screen and close it. So, see, this is another module with all these controls inside it. Now, if you want to perform some operation on these modules, I said you, the second phase, this is the identification phase. This is done using the module section in Tosca. The second phase is the operation phase. This is done using test cases section in Tosca. So simple, that is, go to your test cases section. This is the test cases section. This is completely in blue color. Okay. Again, right click, create one folder. Just these folders are meant for organizing. It all depends on you. How many folders you create, how you organize your stuff and all. How neatly you maintain your home. In the same way, just maintain the project or workspace over here. For suppose, say like I want to click on this particular register button. That is the operation I want to do. So what I do is simply drag the module and drop it on a test case. Okay, you can right click on your folder and create a test case, or else you can click on this one here, or else the shortcut is Control and Control T, or else if it is a damn new one, if you drag and drop the module on the folder, automatically it will create a new test case for you. That is what it has done for me. And after creating the test case, this is the module that you have dragged and dropped over here. And now here, for suppose I want to click on this register button. All I do is, see there is a small drop down here. I'll just select click. And that's all. This is my operation phase that is completed. For suppose in this web page we are. Now let's test whether we are able to click on it or not. So I just simply select this particular test step and I just say run. Okay, I'm not doing anything on my computer. You can see that Tosca automatically go and it will click on the register button. See, the cursor went and it clicked on it. And see, here you will see a timer. This will turn to green color saying the test case has been passed or it has been successfully executed. See, this has come in a green color. So I just did a very basic operation, that is just click. Okay, so here you can see the results as well in the green, that means passed. For suppose after clicking, I want to fill the form also. Let's just drag the form module and again drop it onto the new test case. So this is the module. Now this is the register. You can click in the form module. Let's say I want to click on female and I want to write my first name as Ramya and I want to write my last name as Oreo and I want to write my email ID as toskatrainings@gmail.com and I want to give some sample password test at 123. Similarly, I'll give the same password here. See, passwords are usually encrypted. That is, they have a data type password. There is no difference. If you select the password data type, then it will be not shown. It will be encrypted. You can see the star marks. If you take the data type as string, you can see them clearly. And finally, I don't want to click on it. I just fill the form and I will leave it. Okay. So now let's run this whole thing together. Clicking on the register and then filling out the form. So I'll just run this. See, it clicks on it and it automatically fills the form for me. And the test case has been executed successfully. That is how easy to work with Tosca. I did not use any programming language here. I simply scanned and created modules and then I dragged, dropped them here and just filled out my details. This is so easy. This is how we work with Tosca. And with here, I will just stop this sample test case thing. Okay. And let's see what we usually cover in the course content and all. Okay. So as part of the course that we are going to start, this is our website, that is toskatrainings.com, which you can refer for the course content. So these are the different topics that we are going to cover. You can refer this for the general facts as well, some common facts if you have. And every day we will be providing you with a class video after the class. And for some topics, I have some notes. If it is very, if it is something badly needed or something that is very important, then obviously I will share you the notes with you. And for some topics, I don't have the notes. Usually we give download access to all the recorded video sessions that is in your day-to-day classes, which you can download and listen offline. Okay. And we will also provide 7 to 8 certifications. You can write on your own after completing this particular class. And what else? We will be discussing the interview questions. We will be covering the main important features such as TDS and all, which are some new interesting topics which the industry has started recently using and all. And we will also cover web application testing, API testing, and database testing in this course. Yeah. And yeah, with this, I'll stop the session. If you have any questions or if you have any doubts, you can talk to me right now. Yeah.
Yeah, hi Ramya, this is Veera.
Hi.
Yeah, regarding you are taking the demo web shop web page for the testing purpose.
Yes.
But apart from this, any application will you be doing?
See, usually I refer to demo web shop in the classes. Okay,
Okay.
but even during the last 20 batches or whatever people I see, what they do is I give them some assignments after every class, like mostly after during the weekends or for 3 or 4 classes. I usually ask them to pick up a test case and work on it, and I will be saying some sample test cases also. So people do go
Okay.
to Cheapo Air and other airways websites, and they start working testing them. Some people take Flipkart as an example, and they worked on it. Most of the people whom I met in my past classes, some people go to this Orange HRM and they try to automate it using Tosca. Some people
Okay.
took some Cheapo Air websites and they try to automate it using Tosca. It all depends on you. But if you have any questions and any doubts, yes, I'm here to solve them, irrespective of the website you are in.
Okay. If you have any doubts, means we need to get back in the class only, right?
Usually,
Or any.
how it works is like first when the class starts, I'll be teaching for 1 hour, and once the
Okay.
class is completed, then I will have a separate session with all the people who are having doubts, so they can screen share me and they can question me like, this is what happened, this is the error I'm stuck with, and I'll be helping them.
Okay. In API applications, which project will be
Yeah,
referring?
API also we have a dummy API which is provided by Tricentis only. We will be
Okay.
working on REST API testing, only REST API.
Okay. Will you provide trainings on Jenkins integration like that, CI/CD?
See, all those usually need the proper license. I'll be telling you how to do the integration and how we usually work, how do we create the events and stuff, but I cannot show you by running them in practical because they need license.
Okay.
They need official license, not the trial license. That's the
Like
problem.
we'll get overall knowledge to attend an interview, like
Yes.
how to set up deaths configuration, because we don't know what is deaths, and how to
Yeah.
set up CI/CD using
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Yeah. You'll get an overall picture like what are the different services that it has, and where do you do those setup things and all. Yeah, I'll show you all of them, and how do you create events and how do they trigger. I'll show you all this stuff, but I cannot show you them in practical. Like I can create
Okay.
an event, but that would be a dummy event.
Okay.
I cannot trigger that event. That's my point.
Okay. Like how to integrate test cases, like with Jira or HPLM. Will you be able to show that? Because
Jira and
Jira is
H.
so.
Usually the integration with Jira, it also needs another software. Okay, I cannot show you that, but usually you have lots of articles in the support portal which you can refer to
Okay. Okay.
integrate. Yeah, because
Okay.
again that needs a different software, and again that is a licensed software which everybody cannot afford.
Okay.
Yeah. And HPALM, I don't think people are using much of it right now. People are using Azure DevOps most of the times right now in the market. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to, how much years of experience can we claim after this
You can
course?
say like you have around 3 to 4 years of experience with this. It depends upon
Okay.
the amount of practice that you keep on.
Okay.
Usually I see people, when they start the course, they are very desperate and they practice a lot. But once we get to the second or third week, usually I see people not attending the classes, and they say like I have so and so trouble. It depends on case to case.
But currently, how is the market for Tosca, like openings and all? Because I'm not able to see much openings like that.
Currently openings in Tosca, yeah, you can just go and you can say openings. For suppose if you say like Hyderabad, yeah. See, TCS is hiring, Deloitte is hiring. I heard like people from entity data are hiring a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
it depends upon the experience that you have. See, if you are doing some thing like some people try to do some proxy things and all that. So usually, it depends. Some people cannot go to TCS and all because of the background verification and all. So it depends
Yeah.
on the profile to profile again.
Okay. Will you be able to provide mock interviews for individual or like a group?
Usually, interview questions we will be discussing at the end. Usually, during topics in every class, we will be taking up the interview questions and answers. We will have a separate session only for the interview questions at the end of the course. And along with this, if you need any special mock interviews only for you, yeah, we will take it up.
Okay. Actually, I'm working in MNC and I need to attend interview based on my projects like that. So I need some assistance from you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any doubts? If you don't have any questions or if you don't have any doubts, we can wrap up the call.
Hi, madam. This is Mahesh.
Hi, Mahesh.
Madam, actually, I have one doubt, madam.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the automation and manual, madam? Actually, I didn't relate to for this software background. Actually, I'm under the background of electrical engineer. So, actually, I'm trying to relocate to the software side. So, actually, completely, I'm the new to this software and everything, madam. So, can you please suggest me which is the manual and what's that automation? Actually, Tosca
Man,
yeah,
yeah,
tell me.
yeah. You are, do you know what is testing?
Yes, madam. Actually, little I listen in the YouTube and everything. What is the testing and the types of testing? That's it. But completely, I didn't understand the fully because I'm the new to this topics and everything.
Okay, so simple, Mahesh. Say
Okay,
like you are going to a bookshop and you are going to buy a pen. Okay.
okay,
When you are going to buy a pen, what do? You just take the cap and you just try to scribble something, right?
yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
see whether your pen is working or not.
yeah, yeah,
That means what are you doing there? You are testing the pen.
right. Yes, yes,
In the same way, before we deliver any software, okay, it can be any software, desktop or web, whatever it is. Before delivering any software, before just putting it into the live, we will just try to test it. Means whether
okay,
a user, if for suppose a newcomer has came to this website, whether they are able to register. Say our sample our website itself, toskatrainings.com. We just test
okay,
it. We have a form here, whether you are able to send this particular form or not, whether this particular form is going to this mail id or not, or whether you are able to see the WhatsApp number, this is how this form looks like or not. So you will just
okay,
test it whether everything is working fine or not. If you are doing this testing manually, for suppose you are writing with your pen, with your using your hand, that is manual testing. You are taking a
okay,
computer's help to do it, okay, without you doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm taking computer's help to click on this button and fill the form. That is automation
okay,
testing.
okay, okay.
That's all. Is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Madam, another question. Actually, with the
Yes.
help of your training and everything, can we crack the interview, madam?
There are many people who actually got trained with me and they are working right now in many MNC companies. Yeah, it depends upon the amount of practice and amount of dedication that you show. That's all.
Okay, madam. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any doubts?
Madam, how many days the training will be continued, madam?
The training will be almost for 45 days. Okay.
Days.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can refer our course content in our website, toskatrainings.com.
Okay, madam.
Including Saturday and Sunday.
No, classes will be held only from Monday to Friday, and it would be usually from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yeah, I stay in Canada, so if you have any questions or if you're trying to reach me, sometimes I may respond a bit late because of the difference in time zone, but usually within 12 to 24 hours, I definitely respond back.
Madam, the training section, that means the classes section will be start from which date, madam?
Classes are going to start from Monday, hopefully. If there is any delay, or if there is some kind of delay that is going to happen, usually it would be starting by Wednesday for sure. Mostly Monday.
Monday. Okay, madam. Madam, daily Monday, you send the one source code, that means the Zoom code to us, and we will directly join to that.
So how it works is like after this session, please do let us know if you are interested or not. If you are interested, then just get back to us on the same person through which you got this meeting invitation. And once they will be providing you with the new Zoom invitation, not the current one. This is only for demo purpose.
Yes, yes, okay.
Ramya, the classes timings are fixed, or is it possible to postpone for 1 hour before, like that, if possible?
Like 7 to 8, you are asking me about?
Yeah, yes.
I can check on that. These are not fixed. Earlier batch used to be from 7 to 8 only.
Yeah, because 8 to 9 it will be like most of the office hours are like.
Yes,
so
yes.
it will be
I can
difficult.
look into it. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Ramya.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any doubts? Okay. It's nice talking to you all. Thank you. Have a great day. See you.
Thank you, madam.